Hi everyone, it's Quilting Nerd here. Today I wanted to show you an example how to use texture to create secondary designs in your quilts. For that I took a small piece of cloth and I marked very simple pattern on it. At the end of my video I will show you drawings how to create this very simple design. Right now what I am doing is I am just following the marked lines. Nothing complicated, I do it very slow because I didn't use any pins. I do that only if I know my fabric will stick nicely to the batik that I use and when the piece is small enough. And right now what I'm doing with the following the marked lines are two things. First, I am securing my quilt, so my quilt sandwich, so the fabric is not shifting. Second, I am creating the border, the limits for my main design. And as you can see, I am moving very slow. I am all the time smoothing the fabric under my needle, so I don't have any wrinkles in the fabric, which may spoil the overall effect. And I am not rushing. This is the speed with which I am usually working, maybe sometimes a little bit faster. Also, in this case, I did not use any rulers. First, because my channel is supposed to be about free motion quilting. And second, I will show you that I made some mistakes. The lines are not always as straight as they should be, but still it's not disturbing. At the end, this little quilt will look very nice indeed. So because the recording of me quilting those straight lines takes about 7 minutes, I will make a cut in a few moments and we will move then to the main design. Almost done. Just few stitches more. Turn the corner around. And I am at my starting point. As you can see now, I turned the sandwich in such a way that most of it is between the needle and the frame of my machine. As you will see in a moment, this will turn to be a little bit of a mistake because this quilt sandwich is relatively stiff. That means if I am bumping against something, it will cause a shift of the sandwich under my needle I did not control, and you will see that here in a moment. You see, I am not straight anymore because the stitches were relatively small, and I wanted to show you the example of making a mistake during quilting. I decided to leave it as it is, and at the end you will see it's hardly visible. After that, I paid attention that most of my quilt sandwich is on the other side of the needle, so it's on the quilting table where it can move without hitting any obstacle. So I made the simple dot to dot design, and you can see now I rotated it so I will not bump against anything. And now I will fill the created space with nice dense swirls, and their job is to keep my volume of the batting down. Then everything else, what is not quilted, will be nice and big and attract attention. The swirls are nice and round. You can echo if you like. You can make them even smaller, but these are already relatively dense. And you can just enjoy the influence of the process. You can have nice round thoughts. Just think how nice they are looking. Another thing about hiding imperfections or making them less visible is to use a matching thread color. I mean matching to the fabric color. I used on purpose contrasting thread so you can see everything I'm doing. And actually it looks also very nice. A few years ago I was afraid of using such strong contrast, but with the right thread color it looks actually nice, and in between, if I make a mistake, then so it is. I do it on projects that are for me, and every mistake is an opportunity for me to learn what can I do a little bit better next time. And that's one of the main things I actually love about quilting. You can always learn something new, and that's wonderful. So for now, just enjoy the relaxing quilting view. I will repeat the steps on the other 2 rows, and I will tune when we will change kind of the direction of the design. The third row is done. And now we are moving to the point where the secondary design will be created. So we rotate our quilt sandwich 90 degrees. And we are starting at this crossing point, and we use exactly the same pattern. So let's start with pulling the thread up. In this way we can cut the threads away, and we will have nice and neat quilt top, and we will have also very nice quilt from the back side. Let's secure the threads so they are not pulling out, and we will start with the same design. So simple dot to dot, so corner to corner. We are just creating the frame with less quilting. And we will fill it again with the swirls. You can use any kind of design that you like. It don't have to be swirls. If you don't feel like you are not there yet, you can use simple back and forth lines, very dense, and it will be also looking amazing. I simply love swirls. I like how they fill the space, but straight lines can be extremely effective. On top of that, they create wonderful texture, and depending on their directions, they will reflect the light in different ways. So maybe next time we will try the simple lines. And like that, we have to quilt the next 4 elements. Enjoy the quilting. We are almost done, and you can already see how the secondary pattern is created. And simple pattern, simple differences in the density of your quilting, and I love the effect. I know there are more beautiful patterns, I know there is more perfect quilting, but I love this one. And it's a nice simple design. It can be used on a whole cloth quilt, but it can be also used on a large 9 patch. As you can see, it's very simple at the end. We have this very nice star-like structure in the middle, and we have those blades filled with swirls. It looks beautiful. Now what is left in the third step, we have to take care about the triangles on the borders of our quilt. So again, we are starting, so we have to pull the thread up. We have to sew a few times in place to secure the thread, and I will start with single dot to dot, so corner to corner. I want to actually repeat this part of the element on all the triangles. In this case, I will just do simple echo line. And here, as you can see, I almost made another mistake. I wanted to make an echo line instead of dot to dot. This time I caught me in time, so I could easily correct it. There will be another place where I didn't do that, and still it looks good. So small mistakes sometimes happen. Sometimes when I am focused too much on the fact that I'm filming, I am not giving enough attention to my actual quilt. So we are just framing this with the echo lines, and that's the part I mentioned. Repeating it. Now echo line, this time I am paying attention. And once I am done, then I will use second pattern to suppress the larger triangles volume, and I will there simply really use the back and forth lines. Nothing complicated, simple designs, and it can be used to create something what appears actually complicated. Isn't that nice about quilting? We can create such wonderful effects within half an hour, 1 hour, depending on the size. So let's fill the rest of the triangles with the simple back and forth lines, and then we will see how it looks when it's finished. And we are almost done. In total, it took me about 40 minutes. This video is slightly shorter. And it was fun. I didn't rush it. I just quilted it. 2 simple patterns, very simple design, and you have this very nice looking quilt. I hope you enjoyed the video. You will like and subscribe, and at the very end I will show you the drawings. See you next time. Bye.